there's feminism in its core, and then there's everyone says what they would like feminism to be for themselves. But feminism in its core was created by white women who, after their men went out to war, they didn't have rights to work at the time. They were forced to stay at home and to look after the kids. And so they started a feminist movement to say, we as women of war, the wives of the men who have gone to war, we need to work. Our men have gone and they've died. So this rule that you have in place that women can't work isn't working anymore, because we need to sustain the family. If he's off, fighting for 6 months, I can't just sit down and wait in the hopes that he will come back. And so that's why they created feminism. They wanted the right to work. Whilst they wanted the right to work, they still had slaves. Whilst they wanted the right to work, black women were still being, treated as slaves. They were still being the ones who looked after the homes. They were still being used as feeding machines for their babies. And so they were fighting for the ability to work in a time where black women didn't have the ability to live. And that's where I found a fundamental issue, because here is a movement that wasn't created with me in mind. Eventually they started saying, yes, we include black women. Eventually they started saying, yes, feminism is for all women. But it doesn't recognize that there's race involved, there's intersectionality involved, there's a pay gap that is involved, etc., etc. Feminism also doesn't take into consideration that my grandmother, who doesn't know what feminism is, who has never heard about it, is still the most respected person in her household because she's the oldest woman.